Good evening, Lake Orion. Well, it's a sunny, rainy day. I'm your host, and I am between.
John, that water's terrible!
What are you doing?
Show you, Bob Bridges!
Yes, indeed. It's between Taorminas here on ONTV. I'm your host, Anthony Taormina. Sammy, how you doing?
Hanging in there. You know, Bob Bridges and John Atwater have a lot in common.
Other than them both being Michigan fans?
They're corporate.
Let's talk about college football to start off. College football season started off with a bang. Michigan got an impressive win over Florida. Yes, Florida didn't have some players play, but still, Michigan got a nice win. Those Mays jerseys looked very, very nice. Michigan State got a nice win over Bowling Green. Next week, Michigan State plays Western Michigan. That's going to be a test.
Let's recap the games first.
Okay, so let's talk about.
Here's what I'm thinking. Corporate M knows that they didn't have they had running back issues, a wide receiver. Those two guys didn't play, and yet, their defense is special. Their defense is good. This may be the best defense Michigan's had since 1997.
You saying a good thing about Michigan? That's rare.
And here's the thing: they don't have a quarterback. Wilton Spade's horrible. But other than that, they look good against Florida. They look good against them.
I can't believe you're saying good things.
But Florida, there's an asterisk put on there because
Please explain.
Florida didn't have their wide receiver,
Okay.
their running back. They had 10 guys suspended for this game.
Yeah, that's true.
You look at that game, if Florida had their whole team there, who knows? They would have gave Michigan a game. Instead,
Didn't they give them a game?
Michigan just dominated Florida. I mean, their two touchdowns they scored were all pick sixes. So basically, Florida didn't really have an offense, and Malik Jair was terrible. And somebody there give me a round of applause here because some loser named John Atwater needs corporate help, and Bob Bridges, he needs psychological care. That's
You
what I
are
think.
aware there is a Lake Orion player who plays on the Michigan football team.
I know.
Jack Luby.
I know. No comment.
Michigan State, your thoughts against Bowling Green?
The
Bowling
running
Green
game's-
was not the greatest.
Their running game scares me because LJ Scott fumbled the ball twice, but they got some receivers. I mean, Felton Davis is going to be a really good receiver. I think Stewart's another one I really like, but you know what? Brian Lewerke reminds me of Drew Stanton. Of course, Drew Stanton played at Farmington Hills.
Yes, I know.
He reminds me a lot of Drew Stanton. He can throw the ball, but he can also run the ball. And that's what makes this guy a really good athlete. And then he put him with LJ Scott, Madre London, those two running backs. I mean, I think, this Michigan, and their offensive line, I thought, played really, really well. So when you look at Michigan State from an offensive standpoint, I think they're fine.
They didn't score a lot of points, though. Have you noticed that?
They didn't score a lot, but you needed to see.
That's a credit to Bowling Green.
You needed to see what Michigan State, because remember, let's not forget this team was 3-9 last
Yes,
year.
I know.
And you look at, of course, they needed to start like this. The 28 points they scored on offense. They scored a pick six for a touchdown, even though they gave up a pick six touchdown against Bowling Green. But
That hurts.
I thought offensively they look okay. Defensively, I didn't see much that I was impressed with. But you watch your mouth over there. I really wasn't impressed with them defensively, but we'll see what they're made of next week when they play Western.
Western Michigan's pretty good.
They gave USC everything they could
They
handle.
did. What's your take about 4 Big Ten teams in the top 10?
It tells you how good the Big Ten is. I mean, then you got to look at Maryland's big win against Texas.
That was a big win for Maryland.
them.
Yes, very good win.
And then,
Extremely
of
good
course,
win.
Purdue battled tough with Louisville.
I think Purdue got screwed.
Yeah. I mean, like, Rutgers hung tough with Washington. You know, I think it was a good week for the Big Ten. I really think it was a really good week for them.
Do you think Ohio State deserves to be the number 2 ranked team in the country?
For John Atwater's purposes, yes.
Why?
Because he knows deep down Ohio State is a team offensively led by J.T. Barrett, who's going to be really good. They have a running back. They have receivers. They have a defense. So when you look at Ohio State, you know, John Atwater knows this, that Ohio State is going to be a team of destiny, and they're going to go into Ann Arbor and destroy that corporate end.
You really think they're going to beat Michigan in the Big House?
Yes.
I don't know if that's going to happen. I just don't know.
But I'm telling you, Ohio State deserves to be number 2.
I just don't think they deserve to be number 2. Indiana
Penn State deserves to be number 2.
I didn't say Penn State. I said I'm just curious if Ohio State really deserves to be number 2, because you look at, yes, Indiana's a very, very, very good team. You know, so I mean, I don't know. It'll be.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I mean, when you look at Ohio State, you really look at you look at Penn State. Penn State's a team I think to definitely keep an eye on heading into the week. I think at the end of the day, Penn State is a team to definitely look at heading forward. Now they're gonna. There's a lot of big games this upcoming week in the Big Ten.
Right.
Pitt, Penn State, Oregon, Nebraska. You know, and then of course, Michigan ain't gonna have much of a problem with Cincinnati.
Michigan should beat Cincinnati.
I mean, Michigan State plays Western. That's a big game.
That could be interesting. Western Michigan's not bad.
No, and Michigan State's wearing all white for that game.
Yeah.
White helmets, white uniform, white pants. You know, They're gonna look good in that.
That'll be interesting.
I think it's gonna be a really good game. Western Michigan hung tough with USC, but
you think Western could? I think Western could beat Michigan State if they're not careful.
No,
you don't think so?
No, I know it. You know it. John Atwater knows it.
I don't know. We'll have to see about that. I mean, that'll be an interesting challenge.
I think at the end of the day, good week for the Big Ten.
You think so?
Yep.
What's your take about
Shockers that I saw week 1. Baylor going down to Liberty.
Oh my gosh,
That was crazy.
Baylor going down to Liberty.
That was shocking.
And Baylor's going through all of that.
How about
issues.
Texas A&M having a 44-10 lead,
yeah.
losing 45-44?
to
Second
UCLA.
largest comeback in Big Ten history. We all know what the first one was.
That's a credit to UCLA and their quarterback.
Josh Rosen.
Yes, Josh Rosen.
And then, of course,
Who made news about who made some news.
UNLV lost to a mighty 1AA school.
Oh, good grief. The 1AAs.
Yep.
Speaking of 1AA.
You know, Bob Bridges, Dan Haas, and John Atwater all celebrated that 10-year anniversary, the greatest day of their lives. When remember that?
Is this Warren a History Now show?
This should be a History Now show, of course. The greatest game of their lives.
Why do I have a feeling you want to record this show?
We need to record that History Now show about the greatest day, September the 1st, 2007. Of course, we all remember that day. That was the best day of Dan Haas, Bob Bridges, and John Atwater's lives. It was Michigan taking on 1AA Appalachian State.
Okay. Yeah. So, are you seriously considering wanting to do a History Now?
Heavens to Betty Ross, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll be right back between Taorminas here on ONTV.
Hey, it's ONTV here. Now, have you ever had the urge to create your own TV show, or you just wanted to see what goes behind the scenes of making a TV program? Well, ONTV has just the program for you. ONTV offers studio and field production classes that allow you to take control and create the programs the way you want them to be. We will introduce you to media literacy skills and the fundamentals of program production in order to acquire the basic training needs for ONTV equipment use. To get started, all you have to do is sign up for a free ONTV orientation, where you will learn all about ONTV and all the opportunities available to our volunteers. as well as meet the ONTV staff and take a tour of our facility. After that, you can register for one of our production courses. Both the studio and field production courses are only $10 for Lake Orion residents and $25 for non-residents. For more information about ONTV's production classes, feel free to call us at 248-393-1060 or go to orionontv.org and click Register Now to sign up for classes. We hope to see you soon.
Welcome back to Between Taorminas here on ONTV. Sammy, how you doing?
I just had to get my corporate M thing out. Hockey season starts next month.
Yes,
I'm
it
excited
does.
about that. The Dallas Stars. Woohoo! I know Bob Bridges is excited about it too, because the Stanley Cup is coming to Texas.
You really think the Stanley Cup
Yes, it
coming
is!
to Dallas?
Yes, it is.
Why?
Because it's coming.
I think people in Pittsburgh would have to disagree with you.
People in Pittsburgh could go down there.
I think people in Chicago would disagree with you. St. Louis would disagree with you. Even people in Detroit would disagree with you.
They're not a good hockey team. They're dead.
Even people in Denver would disagree with you.
The Dead Wings are dead.
Okay, well, there's gonna be people in the crowd that'll probably disagree with that.
The Dead Wings and Bob Bridges know this. They're dead.
Okay, so your thinking is the Dallas Stars are gonna win the Stanley Cup.
Yes.
And they're supposed to be better this year. I
Yes.
will say that. Are they going to be a playoff team? That will be a question.
They
You
are a
still
playoff
got
team.
Minnesota.
They are a playoff team, so watch your mouth.
You got Nashville.
Okay, Nashville's good.
Nashville's very
Minnesota's a
good.
joke.
Nashville's very good.
Minnesota's a joke.
Still got St. Louis.
Okay, Tarasenko, I know that.
You got Chicago.
Okay.
And who knows what happens if my Avalanche actually make a run?
It could, who knows?
Who knows?
But we all know the Dead Wings are dead.
Okay, so it looks like your take on the Wings is they're dead.
Yes.
Speaking of a team who's dead, you want to talk about the Tigers?
Ian Waterspoon should know this by now. I told him for the last 6 months, and he doesn't listen to me. Because here's why. The Cleveland Indians are going to win this division. The Tigers trade their pieces. They traded Verlander. They traded him away. You know why? Because Al Avila doesn't know how to GM a team because he's a loser.
Wow.
And you basically look at this team, they're not even competitive anymore. They're trying to rebuild their farm system with homegrown talent. But then again, you have pitchers throw like, wee, and everybody's hitting home runs off them. Because that's why, you know, their aces right now, it's Anibal Sanchez. Who would ever thought in their frame of mind that Anibal Sanchez is leading that rotation? That team is absolutely garbage.
Wow. What was your take about them trading Verlander away?
Sad.
Why? To Houston.
Because he had everything. He had Verlander. Tigers drafted second overall in the 2002 draft, I believe. And he developed through the farm system, played in 05, pitched pretty well, ended up getting a spot, pitched really well in the World Series. So I'm in a couple World Series.
Mm-hmm.
He was with the Tigers for 13 years. And Al Avila trades that away.
But
nothing.
don't you think that he wanted to give JV a chance to win a ring?
Yeah,
And the reality is the Tigers weren't going to win a ring.
well, here's the
They
thing.
traded Justin Upton to Anaheim.
It's a terrible thing when to see an end of an era like that. I think when you look at this team, they had to go a different direction. Now, Al Avila's sick for homegrown talent. I don't buy that one bit. If you want to have a winner, you want to build a winner, I understand
They're
you got to
trying
build
to
a
cut
farm.
payroll though. You had the fourth highest payroll in the major leagues, but you also had the fourth oldest team in the major leagues. So don't you think you had to get rid of salary? You had to get younger.
Well, they had to get younger, but you could have got younger. They should have done this at least 2 years ago and still be competitive. They're not competitive anymore. This is a baseball team that is just, they are going downhill fast, and there's nowhere to stop it. This team's going downhill.
But they got some very nice prospects.
Prospects, it depends if they produce or not. You don't know if these guys are going to produce or not.
Right.
Basically, and if they don't produce, then it's basically like a scam written all over it,
What are the futures you think of Ian Kinsler and Miguel Cabrera?
I think Kinsler's gone, Iglesias is gone after this year.
You don't think they want to be part of this?
I don't think they want to be part of this rebuild. I don't know about Miggy. I think Miggy will stay.
Miggy's contract's very high.
It's very high, yes, but he's paid.
He didn't have a great year this year.
No, he didn't have a great year this year. I think he's injury riddled. You know what I mean? And I think he's struggling a little bit. Mentally, I think he's not there right now because you're. It's like when he was with the Marlins early. When they struggled. It's very similar here.
Well, when you lose so many games, it tends to really.
This is the most since the 2003.
I know.
You remember they lost 119 games?
I remember that, yes. Do you
terrible.
think they're in line for that?
Yes, because, anytime you got to go through, and I think they're tanking to get a very high draft pick.
You think they're intentionally?
They're intentionally tanking. They're not competitive every night. You're going to see plenty of empty seats.
You're going to see ticket sales plummet.
You're going to see ticket sales plummet. This baseball team is done. They're finished. And they're done.
What would Ian Weathers
Al
say?
Vila should be fired. Brad Osmus should be fired. And basically, that team should whole clean house.
What do you think Ian Weatherspoon would say?
He's hopeless.
Yeah,
He's hopeless.
Why? Why would you say he's hopeless?
Because he doesn't know what team to root for.
Yeah, he does. You think he's rooting for the Indians? You think he's rooting for the
He needs
Royals?
to root for Cleveland. Cleveland's the team of the future. And so is the Kansas City Royals.
Those are two teams in the division. They just don't mix.
The Cleveland Indians
That's
are
like
a team of
someone
the
rooting
future.
for Michigan State and Ohio State. It just doesn't mix. I'm sorry.
Cleveland Indians is Ian Weatherspoon's team of the future.
Do you really think that?
Yes, and I will personally send him to the shores of Lake Erie.
So you will do that?
Yes.
So you think there's nowhere but up for the Tigers, or are they staying down?
Titanic sank.
Yes.
That's where the Tigers are going.
So you think the Tigers are sinking like the Titanic?
Yep. The Lions are like
They're
this
now
too.
showing the Titanic.
The Lions should be like this.
The Lions
are going down too.
We'll talk about the Lions on our next segment. We'll be right back with Between Taorminas on ONTV. Hello, Lake Orion. It's Anthony Taormina, co-host of Between Taorminas. I want to let you know of a new show called History Now. In it, we're going to talk about global, national, and political events that occur in our lifetime. We're going to also have guests and also have co-hosts as well, and also plenty of surprises. Catch us on History Now here on ONTV. Hello, Oakland County. This is Sammy Taormina talking OA Now. In it, we'll talk various stories from ranging from the state to Oakland County teams affecting the OAA. Catch us here on OA Now. Welcome back to Between Taorminas here on ONTV. I'm your host, Anthony Taormina. Sammy, how you doing?
Hanging in there.
Let's talk about the Lions. Why?
Because.
Don't they start regular season play this
Yeah,
week?
Arizona.
Yeah, they got Arizona.
David
That'll be
Johnson's
an
going to
interesting-
run all over that defense.
Why?
Because he's one of the top running backs in the league.
Yeah.
And then you have a guy named Carson Palmer. They have Larry Fitzgerald. I mean, Arizona, they got a stellar defense. So Arizona,
Isn't that at Ford Field or in
it's
Arizona?
at Ford Field. So basically, when you look at it here, everybody says the Lions are going up, and of course, I'm in a little bit of a pickle here with the Lions because I think Green Bay's better than the Lions.
You've always said that.
Yep, and there's somebody in the Lake Oid Athletic Department that I'm wagering
Coach
with.
Bell.
I'm wagering with this year on the Lions and Packers. Of course, involving a lunch for dinner.
Yeah, Coach thinks the Lions is going to win the division.
No, they're
You
not.
think the
Green
Packers
Bay's
are
going to win the division because of Aaron Rodgers.
No,
Anytime you have Aaron Rodgers, you're going to win a division.
What if Aaron Rodgers has a bad year?
He is not going. Look, when Aaron Rodgers got hurt, the Lions had a golden opportunity to win the division. Did they win the division? Did they? No.
I know that answer.
No. So what makes you think that the Lions are going to win the division this year?
People are going to say Matt Stafford.
Everybody's going to say Matt Stafford. But when you look at the Lions, I mean, they got some issues. I mean, they don't really have a true secondary. They don't have their linebacking core is not the greatest.
Okay.
And you look at their defensive line, you know, they got their defense is going to be a consistent concern this year for this team. You know, you can have a lot of fourth quarter comebacks, but you know,
Hey, fourth quarter comebacks, they make for good television ratings.
what do you mean they make for good television ratings? They make
Everyone
people's heart goes nuts.
They like a good superhero story. Matt Stafford seems to be viewed as a superhero.
What? No.
That's what
That's
young
why
men
I'm
view.
saying the NFC North is going to be colored in green and yellow, not Honolulu blue and silver. Despite the
There's a
fact they
song
have the
called
best
Green and
road
Yellow.
pants in the entire league.
Oh, so you like something of the Lions?
I do like something alive.
You actually like something of the Lions?
Yes.
Oh my goodness gracious! Pretty soon you're gonna say you like the Wings.
No, they're dead, dead, dead.
Okay, so anyways, you're saying the Packers are gonna win the NFC North.
Yep.
So are the Lions a playoff team to you or no? Why?
Tampa's better this year. You look at the Arizona, you got Tampa, you got, of course, New Orleans is due for a bounce back year.
But
Carolina.
But they're getting older though with New Orleans.
Well,
Drew
yeah,
Brees
but I'm
is
still saying Tampa's a team to watch this year. That's why I'm saying if you look at
You
the
are high
division-
on Tampa.
I'm high on Tampa, not on the Lions. And those two play week 14
We're in Tampa or Ford?
in Tampa.
Oh, that'll be interesting. But yeah, so you're saying that that could be a very interesting playoff game. You know, hopefully, you know, it'd be nice to see the Lions.
Because when you look at the NFC North, you look at
the
the
Bears
NFC,
are bad.
You look at the NFC. Dallas, you got, of course, you got
Dallas,
Dallas
yep.
in the NFC East.
Yep.
You got Seattle in the NFC West.
Yep.
3, I got Green Bay.
Okay.
AFC South, I got Atlanta. Okay? Then that sets for 2 more. Okay? Obviously, the 5th seed has to be probably either Carolina or Arizona. I think the Lions are in that
So you're
pack.
saying Tampa's out?
I think
Two.
Tampa's in that last spot.
You think so? Really?
I think Tampa's.
So you're saying that the borderline Carolina, Arizona, Tampa Bay are the Lions?
Yep.
Boy, oh boy, that'd
Yep.
be interesting. That'll be an interesting race.
Yep.
So you are saying the Lions are capable of competing in the playoffs?
I don't think they're a playoff team this year
You don't think
because
that?
their defense.
What if they improve their D?
Well, who knows? But I think Green Bay's better than the
The
Lions.
Lions got a great D line.
Yeah, but most of their D line's out for the year.
Still, you still got a very solid D line.
No.
No.
I
We both
mean,
agree
I know it.
that the Cowboys are the team to beat the
Yeah,
NFC.
we both agree the Cowboys team beat
Yes,
NFC.
we both agree on
but
that.
on the Lions making the playoffs, that ain't gonna happen. I know it. You know it. Ian Weatherspoon knows it. John Atwater knows it. Bob Bridges knows it. And Chris Bell knows it.
Oh my goodness gracious! What would they all say to you?
And Eric Jennings knows it. The Lions are not making the playoffs.
What would they all say to you?
They're saying I'm right and I'm a genius.
I doubt that very much. So going in, you have other NFL teams. Who do you think the best running back is this evening?
The best running back
Yes, the best running back in this league.
besides David Johnson
Yes.
or Ezekiel Elliott, even though he's out for 6 games.
For now.
For now.
Pending
I
that-
think Zeke is the best running back in the NFL.
Okay, so that'll be interesting to see.
Yep.
So we got any final thoughts this week?
We'll see what happens. Of course, Lake Orion, a big matchup this week with West Bloomfield. They looked good
Yes.
last week against Adams.
Well, give Adams a lot of credit. They played well.
I said a lot about it in the podcast, so we'll see.
Right, but got to give Adams a lot of credit. Speaking of Lake Orion football does play West Bloomfield. Then they're on the
matchup.
road against Troy Athens. It seems like every game is just a tough game. Every
No
game's
easy
tough.
things for this team.
It's not easy.
No.
But just keep sticking with them.
We'll see what
I mean,
happens.
keep sticking with them. That's the most important thing. To stay supportive and stick with them through thick and thin. That's
see
the
what
most important.
happens.
Yeah, we will see what happens. All right, that will do it for this episode of Between Taorminas. I will talk to you soon. Have a great day and see you soon.